like that too, so. All right, Temur, Agent Pig. So we were playing Black Red Aristocrats on Friday, and we died to this really sweet base green-red deck that was using Raze-Boar to put Agent of Treachery into play over and over and over again. And we were like, I want to do that. So this is my configuration of that idea. Basically a Gruul monster / Ram style deck with Agent at the top end. And because we're in blue, we also get to play some negates and stuff in the sideboard too, which is nice. Jared H, thank you for the 12 months of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Welcome, welcome back. It might be right to mulligan this because it doesn't have an accelerant in it, but you can keep a little bit slower hands in the play a lot of the time. And I've got a Temple of Epiphany to scry a little bit, so if we're pretty fortunate, one of our top 2 cards will be an accelerant. JK, let's keep that one. Choice! Coming in hot with the 12 months of support. Welcome back. Alright. Now we want this next one to be like a Domri. That's fine. Running Ceratops is fine. The first of what I assume is about to be many Scapeshift matchups today. Yeah, Scapeshift was 4 of the top 8 decks of the Grand Prix this past weekend. You can in fact agent the fields. So unfortunately, can't just play Raze-Boar here. Because it'll get bounced by 3 mana Teferi. All of the decks I'm planning to play today are decks that are listed in my stream title. And as always, if you want to know what the specifics are in those deck lists, you can check links out in the deck queue on my website. I have yet to meet anyone excited for Historic. Yeah, we played Black Red Aristocrats on, Friday, and it was really sweet. Mayhem Devil is a great main deck hate card for Scapeshift. Yeah, I think we're on the agent their fields plan. Thanks for the support, Stanby. Welcome back. I appreciate it. You know what's actually kind of funny? When I steal this field, I actually have a bunch of differently named lands here. Which is funny. I mean, historic will be exciting for people who really love this standard format. And I'm sure some amount of those people exist, right? Like almost certainly some amount of those people exist. Fenelris, thank you for the half a year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. If I leave the elf untapped, I can't play Hinterland Harbor and make a zombie. So this is going to tick to 4. Maybe I should have attacked with this. This was ticking to 4 anyways. Seven much, which is as long as the MPL members have known nothing about their gig. Too soon. Maybe too soon. Maybe too soon. Thanks for the 7 months of support, troll. I appreciate it. Welcome back. All right, any land here keeps us alive, maybe, assuming this isn't a land. Well, that means a land no longer does it. All right, so post board, we get to bring in flame sweeps, and we get to bring in some negates, and we get to cut these Domri's ambushes and these Ripjaw Raptors. That's pretty clean, huh? Relatively clean. How was Modern Zombies? It was a lot of fun. It was a lot scrappier than I was expecting it to be. A lot of those things just like randomly have draw a card stapled onto them, which is great. Scapeshift beat Nexus in the finals of the Grand Prix this past weekend. Does Blood Sun stop Scapeshift shenanigans? It does, actually. Ripjaw's pretty mediocre against 3 mana Teferi, but I guess the fact that I have the 2 mana ramp dino, maybe that makes Ripjaw better. Maybe I should leave Ripjaw in. I mean, so for the people who are speculating about Blood Sun potentially being good against Scapeshift, I want to remind you that most of the good Scapeshift decks are playing 4 3-mana Teferi, and again, that's the card that's really the ultimate power of misery around everything in this format. They will just -3 their Teferi, bounce your Blood Sun, cast Scapeshift, and then kill you. So again, 3-mana Teferi just bounces any hate cards you could imagine playing in these matchups.
My entire life. Explains
a lot, actually. So Flame Sweep is okay for us until they use Teferi to cast Scapeshift at our end of turn. Then it becomes less good for us. So we really want to draw a copy of Agent next turn.
Stand by and watch.
Won't answer to other guilds.
This is hardly my worst.
Scapeshift and Field of Dead being around does make Unmoored Ego stock go up a little bit. Do I play in opens? No, not really. Traveling to play in paper Magic tournaments is incredibly expensive and time consuming. And I don't really have fun playing competitive Magic a whole lot anymore, so I mostly don't do it. Isn't Field of Rune good against Field of Dead? Kinda. and then they cast Scapeshift, and the Field of Ruin doesn't matter anymore. So like Field of Ruin can stop the fair aspect of Field of Dead from working, but like the combo aspect with Scapeshift doesn't really do anything against. I mean, for enough money, I'll do anything. But no, I don't really like when I have a free weekend, I no longer think I'm gonna go spend all weekend playing a competitive Magic tournament as a for fun thing to do.
I know my responsibility, so I have done the hero thing. Only time will tell.
What's that? Something smells rotten.
In just 62 short weeks, 3-mana Teferi's gonna rotate out, chat. In just 62 short weeks. Ashiok stops Scapeshift and isn't Teferi bounceable. Yep, Ashiok is a pretty reasonable hate card. I agree with that. Please have some sadness bits. Thank you for the support, Scholar. I appreciate it. Professor Yana coming in hot with the 33-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. You're having a good one wherever you are. Man, they're gonna like growth spiral me, and I'm gonna be so tilted. Now we're gonna be fine. I realized when I was becoming frustrated with this format, it was because I was expecting something that I wasn't getting, and adjusting expectations is key to not being disappointed with all things in life. So like realizing that this format is literally just like Modern, and you just need to concede a lot of matches because they're just miserable, and just like play the ones that end up being fun. That's much better. Play the matchups that have a chance of being fun and just skip over the ones that aren't. Thalone, thank you for the 13-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. The Pirate Sweeper is an instant, but so is this, and it kills their pirates. No, why would... Can you give me an instance where I would want to double shock Fenris? Describe a situation where I end up needing to double shock. I have two more copies of this in my deck. Maybe it was wrong to play this so proactively, but I needed to kill them, right? Like I needed to end the game. That's true. At least the animation is nice. At least the animation is nice. So again, and so part of the problem, Corrosion, is that when the people, and this is the thing a lot of people don't get, which is why the comparing this format to Modern is so fitting, is there are enough hate cards in this format that if you really want to beat Scapeshift, or if you really want to beat Esper, if you really want to beat Mono Red, whatever archetype you really want to beat, you just fucking hate it and you never want to lose to it, there are plenty of narrow, terrible cards in this format that allow you to beat whatever you want to beat. The problem is, just like Modern, there's a dozen or 24 different decks in this format at any given point. So you build your deck to beat Scapeshift, and it's bad against a bunch of other things. There's going to be plenty of times where you're just never going to play against Scapeshift and you're going to die. So much like we talk about in Modern, this format, you just need to pick what you want to beat and accept what you want to lose to, and accept that some of the time you're going to be miserable. And just, if you feel, rather than be miserable, just concede those matches. Or be lucky. Being lucky is also a good option. If you are incredibly lucky, you too can win some of the time. We had a couple of great subs in there. We had B Sparing up in for the second month. Thank you very much and welcome back. And then J.E. Macram, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. And Forever We Rock. Welcome, folks. I appreciate it. Better lucky than good, right? God bless us, everyone. This is game 2. We lost game 1. Hashtag sometimes lucky. And like I said, even a deck like this, you really want to beat Scapeshift, play 4 Flame Sweeps, play 4 Blood Suns. You're going to lose other matches because you've spent your sideboard slots in a narrow way. But if you really want to beat Scapeshift, you can beat Scapeshift. That's an option. Maybe I don't even want this many negates in my sideboard if they're going to be boarding in Veil of Autumn against me. Fierce Ferrets, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate the half a year of support. Welcome back. I don't even... Flame Sweep doesn't really have that many other good applications. Like, the Vampires deck gets their stuff out of range pretty quickly. Listen, everybody knows what Veil I'm talking about when I say Veil of X, okay? Ain't nobody got time for your sass, okay? All right, we need to hit... If we hit a green source, we have a pretty good start. Yeah, sweet. Hey, at least it wasn't 3 mana Teferi, right? You gotta thank the gods for the little things. At least it wasn't 3 mana Teferi.
They can only punish you if they catch you.
Hey, Snowstorm. Thanks for the 2/3 of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Keeping me around. Flame Sweep also has a small amount of synergy with Ripjaw, which is nice. So I don't think Flame Sweep's that good against Mono Red, especially when it hits your bigger things too, and then they end up dying. I really think it's like replacement level at best there. Yeah, bounce this one. Bounce this one. Oh no! They basically bounced that one, chat. They basically bounced that one. Oh no! Oh no! This is fine, right? I'm gonna go Ripjaw, draw a card, Domri, Ripjaw, fight this, draw a card. You can't even Ravager Wurm Field of Dead because this explicitly says activated ability on it, which is such a tilt. You can't Field of Ravager Wurm the field. And let's just make that abundantly clear before anybody suggests it. Oh, we were too late. Somebody had already... I'm looking for negates and more Flame Sweeps here at this point.
My wild beasts will bring your comeuppance.
All right, because I drew the negate, we're gonna kill this. I was not gonna do this, but I think I kill that now.
Let's slow this down. This might be a bad idea.
muffins.
All right, so I think I want to play this. I think I want to play this so I can attack 2 things at this Teferi that kill it. Because I need to be able to cast a spell during my end step. So that way I can flame sweep these otherwise lethal Scapeshift tokens. Slackum, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate that. And Cloud, thank you for the 17 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Wait. They don't have Veil up, right? So I just negate them? Sorry, Lucas, you were a misclick. I just timed out someone who made the comment bad player, I guess. You are always welcome on this channel to criticize my play and suggest better lines that my opponent could make, but you are never allowed to just tell people that they're bad without being constructive and specific. And even then, don't even say that they're bad. Good players and reasonable players make bad decisions all the time. Smart people can do dumb things. Apple Tunes. No, I meant to time out Goofy Hat Matt. They insulted my opponent. I wasn't going to call out the username. If I time someone out by mistake, I'll let you know that it was a mistake. They're dead, right? Unless they have a negate here. That's unfortunate. Well, I'm not quite dead on the backswing yet, right?
You can see your face when I've beaten you.
Do I want to kill Blast Zone or Memorial to Genius? Because remember, I can't kill Field of the Dead. I think I probably want to kill Blast Zone, huh? If I attack with both of these, they can go to 5, and then I block 2 of these and take 12 on the backswing. So I think that's worthwhile. And if they want to throw away 2 zombies, if they want to trade 2 zombies per Ripjaw and let me draw a couple of cards here, I think I'm okay with that too. Killing this would have cut them off of mass manipulation. I don't know if I'm supposed to play around that. A lot of these weren't playing that card, but it's a card they could theoretically play. I mean, they have infinite blockers here. I feel like killing them before Blaststone gets activated is unlikely. We are literally playing the deck right now. Right, Rakespacks. As always, there's a deck list on your screen, or you can type !deck in chat to get a direct link to the deck list. Alan Den, thank you for the 3 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Start with this.
Let's kick this madness into high gear. Wild.
As a heads up, you can also access the current deck list we are playing on mobile by clicking the little Stream Decker puzzle piece. So, if you are on mobile, you can still access the deck that we are playing that way. So they are obligated to block 3 of these, right? They're obligated to block all 4 of them, and in the event they have a fog, I'm still not dead on the backswing, so I think I just attack with everything here. Should we have played the Scryland before the Raptor? Yeah, probably. Because Flame Sweep was lethal, right? To be fair, there aren't really any huge dinos in this list. All right, so we're trading off a bunch of my board here, but I have a hasty Ceratops next turn, and I get to draw a couple of cards here. Hey, Android from NZ, thank you for the quarter of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Happy Monday. Yeah, I feel like Flame Sweep's gonna be like a must in every red deck for the rest of the summer to keep up with Scape Shift. This is not a brew friendly format. So if I do this, they're dead, right? Because I do this. Maybe they're not quite dead. They could Field of Ruin me and get another one, but I can Ravager fight something, and then I can go land Ceratops plus this Haste Ceratops attack. Yeah, they had a zombie hiding in their Field of Dead, but I think they're still just dead. You cannot, and again, you cannot Ravager Wurm Field of Dead. Otherwise, that would be great. Otherwise, that would be great. We have not put in Agent off of Pig yet. You can Agent of Treachery it, though. I think you would rather play Blood Sun before you'd play Alpine Moon. This hand's a little slow. We're on the draw with the Scry, though. Let's find a mana creature. This standard format has become almost identical to Modern with the play patterns and the style of decks that exist in them and the number of decks. So, I would treat this format exactly like Modern. Pick the decks you want to beat, except you can't beat everything, and then concede the matchups that you decided not to beat because you're going to be miserable in them. Bull Flag Splitter Twin, which is upsetting, yeah. Unbanned Twin, tell me about it. Username checks out. This is another matchup where Flame Sweep's probably pretty good, right? I think I'm gonna concede here. I think I'm just gonna concede here. I think we're pretty unlikely to win from this position. A healthy format should be dictated by the play patterns that that format creates, in my opinion. In my opinion, combo decks that you cannot interact with profitably via creature removal should never be tier 1 in standard. I think when you have too many combo decks that you can't interact with via creature removal being tier 1 or close to it in standard, you create pretty bad gameplay patterns overall. I think, unfortunately, this is a matchup where Agent of Treachery is just not good enough. I think I'll do like this and like split the difference here a little bit, but like I don't think this matchup's bad for us by any means. Like I got a bunch of removal and I've got 4 Ceratops. Like the hand I kept that game was really bad in this matchup. But our Agent of Treachery plan is definitely not ideal here. Thank you for the screenshot, Appletoons. You're right. Goofy Hat Matt, you're right. I misclicked. I have to mulligan this hand, just no red mana. This is fine. Not super exciting, but fine. We'll go tapped land into shock this, play this. We'll bottom this one. The Scape Shift decks are likely very good against the control decks, similar to the reason why they tend to be good against control decks in Modern, which is that while you're not amazing against their counterspells and stuff like that, you can just play Field of Deads and make land drops, and just like your lands making a bunch of 2/2s will eventually kill the control decks. I think playing Little Teferi inside of Infect is a great idea. Man, if we get to go this next turn, this also says our creatures can't be countered, so if we don't get Spell Pierced off of this, they need Spell Pierce, we're gonna start running them down. Nah, Scape Shift and Nexus are going away pretty soon. And also, I'd also make the arguments the Scape Shift decks are even easier to interact with once you cut 3 mana Teferi out of them. If you enjoy interactive mid-range decks, this is not the format for you. We gonna diddle my dino? Hey, look at that. We get to cast Llanowar Elves. That's exciting. Play my Llanowar Elves. Play my Raptor. Ooh, that's a good read, Detroit. The fact that I didn't show them green mana means that they left the Spell Pierces in. I forgot we concealed information. Comes back to bite us a little bit. Isn't double Raptor a problem? I don't know, maybe. Only if they don't kill them. I mean, sweepers backed up by a clock are good against Scape Shift. So, like, if you're going to kill your opponent shortly after you kill... Again, like, when people talk about cards that are good against combo decks and react to cards that are good against combo decks in ways that are way too binary too much of the time. Nobody's saying that Scape Shift can never beat a sweeper. What people are saying is sweepers in conjunction with a way to kill your opponent are a way to not die to the Scape Shift card. Like that last match that we played actually was a great example of how you disrupt and beat Scape Shift, right? We weren't just killing their zombies, we were also attacking them with giant dinosaurs while we killed their zombies, which is a very important distinction. Maybe I should have put the 1/1 counter on this to shoot this. They could turn this into a 5/5 this turn. Surviving rotation. I'm of the opinion that anybody who's currently writing about what's going to be good or bad after rotation right now is just trying to bait your clicks. There are people who know that those types of articles generate a lot of clicks, and if those types of people could actually predict the future, they'd be doing something much more profitable than playing this children's card game. Rotation is not just as simple as saying we're losing 4 sets. Rotation also contains... knowing what's going to be reasonable after rotation also knows, like, what 20% of the format we're missing. We're missing 20% of the post-rotation format right now. There is an entire 5th set being added. And even then, you go even one step past that, right? Just think about how many cards people predicted incorrectly that were going to be good, bad, or otherwise, right? So it's not even just about estimating which cards are good and bad. It's about knowing it's about getting experience and practicing with them too, right? This was a good draw if our opponent farts this at end of turn. So we get to attack here, and then if they fart this, we actually get to clean the entire board up, which would be sweet. So, like, if they, like, eat this, take 3, go to 4, and then adapt this at end of turn, we have a Raptor and they have nothing. We're still a little bit behind because they have 4 cards in their hand, but, you know. Wow, just not playing around Shock or Lightning Strike. That feels... I guess they could have a counter spell. If they have Wizard's Retort there, that's probably more than reasonable, right? Yeah, they probably have a Negate or something, right? And if I do this in response, they can just adapt it again, so we're pretty dead here. We just never... Yeah, that makes sense. That's good. That's good play on their part if they have the Wizard's Retort. We kept a hand that didn't have any bombs in it, and then we ended up never drawing any bombs, so... Just kind of ran out of gas and died there. Our little 2-3 dinos did the best they could, but they were not able to drag us across the finish line, unfortunately. How are we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody, wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for hanging out here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic and other strategy games 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. If you enjoy constructed best of 3 Magic, this is definitely the channel for you. We play a ton of different decks here, and we change decks every 60 to 90 minutes or so you get a lot of variety in the stream every day. As always, love to give a shout out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my sponsors here really quick. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series, a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, be sure to check out their streaming coverage as well at twitch.tv/NRG Series. BCW Supplies are the ones I trust to protect my paper Magic the Gathering cards. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com, you can save an additional 10% on their already fantastic pricing on sleeves, binders, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there with them. Cardsphere.com is a peer-to-peer trading network that would love to help help you turn your cards into other cards directed to other players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off the top. And of course,
don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoaglandia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
do 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 do. Explain what? You know how people on the internet once upon a time paid me a bunch of money to go to a magic tournament in an owl costume? Because people like paying money to make other people do weird things. People can pay that guy to make them an advertisement dressed in a vegetable costume. And my buddy was scrolling on Fiverr and saw that, and he was like, oh, I'm totally paying this guy to make Jeff a commercial. I think I'm just supposed to bottom that and hope to draw lands. Well, I'm really glad we bottomed the Domri now. Hopefully we draw an untapped land next turn. I think we have died. This is where the magic happens, chat. This is where the magic happens. Alright, Grolmir. Probably want these Lava Coils. Probably not a huge fan of these Shocks. Our board doesn't really have a lot of good cards for a matchup like this. Our main deck's probably not too terrible, though. Having Raze Pig, Ravager Wurm, and Agent of Treachery probably positions us in an okay spot against most of these decks. So, I don't think splashing a color in Standard fixes any of the problems that the Aristocrat deck really has. And I already struggle to have enough cards to put into my deck. I already feel like I have too many good cards in just red and black, so I don't really think adding a third color gives me anything of value. Oh, I should have played this tapped, right? And now, in fact, now I can't play this turn. That's a pretty big mistake. It'll be okay. Yeah, the lane sequencing isn't that hard. I was mostly just like talking to chat and not paying attention. And this little piggy went wee wee wee. Kill your guy dead. What are the chances Bitter Blossom gets reprinted in the new set? 0%. We have not gotten to put Agent into play yet off the pig. In fact, that was the first time we've triggered the pig in this league, this set. So, this format, for the people that are asking about what's popular in this format's very similar to Modern, if you're familiar with that, in that there's like a dozen different decks that are being played at any given point. So, like, nothing's really popular. If you hit the same thing 2 or 3 times in the same set, it's just a little bit of bad variance for the most part. There's a little bit of everything right now. Corel, can you put this towards playing some Underlords at some point? If not, can I put it towards blue-white Artifact Forge? Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Underlords at the moment. I wasn't super content with how their patch went, how the gameplay felt after the patch, so they're supposed to be doing another update today. So we'll see how it goes after that. Hey, worst player here. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday wherever you are. I won a box of Horizons at F&M playing Aristocrat, so I had to sub. Enjoy your Monday. Well, thanks for keeping me around. Congrats on your win.
Explains a lot, actually.
Leyline Prowler.
Oh, what? Can't finish your job?
Huh. I just put a pig into play, right? I guess I could also play this fight. Nah, I think I just put a pig into play.
We won't answer other kids.
What changed in this patch, Underlords? They basically completely rebalanced the game. They changed enough to the point where it's basically a new game. Oh, should have played my elf first. I'm aware I should have played my elf first. Hey, Matty Jax. Thanks for the 5-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Let's tuck him in.
Bustin' heads is my
I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time playing Gruul recently. Gruul seems like it has a lot of good tools for beating up the Scapeshift deck, though, between the fast clock, among other things. They have Rituals in their deck. That's interesting. Man, not having that elf in play is a big deal.
I was raised by wolves. Though they might have also just been big dogs.
All right, we've got the pig on top here, chat. Resolves. Okay. I need Domri to make my second red for this. All right, so if the top card of their deck is a brick, we get to Agent the Pig next turn if the top card of their deck is a brick. All right, we did the thing. That's all you could really ask for, right? Is to do the thing.
Bustin' heads is my bread and butter.
Told you there was probably a good chance we're favored against a lot of these other monster decks. Our monsters are pretty big. And Agent goes over the top nicely like we saw there. Hey, Razor X Factor, thanks for the quarter of a year. Dripping your prime back this way again, I appreciate it. The pig does just keep barreling down. Barrel. Always a bigger monster, yep. When you're playing mid-range decks that are very similar, you generally want to be one step bigger than the opponent is the ideals. Turn two, Domri, hoping to draw a pig. Especially with the Domri, these ambushes are fine, even with just this elf. Yep, yeah, Galta's about, as far as, like, always a bigger fish to fry, Galta's about as big as the fish get. Phoenix, really? Ooh.
Oh, I look forward to seeing the only authority that I recognize is chaos.
Alright, untapped land, please. Untapped land. far as non-land draws go, Ripjaw Raptor's towards the top, right? He's castable at least. Yeah, Ripjaw is just absurd against red removal, right?
Now you get to the spirit.
Hey, Nick Bolas, thank you for the 17 months of support there. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So they could potentially still kill Domri next turn, but I've got a 6/6 or a 5/6 and a 2/3, so in a pretty good spot to close quickly here. Not only is he kind of slow, but he also just doesn't, Not only is he kind of slow... Hey, Nick, never apologize. Even the Prime sub is more support than I expect from people, so... You've given an absurd amount here over the years. I appreciate it. You should always be the first thing on your mind. Lava Coils and Fries are good. Ambush is fine. I'm gonna trim one Agent of Treachery, I think. The rest of this seems pretty reasonable. Shock. They could. Do I want to keep Shock? Is Agent too slow here again? Maybe on the draw, especially, I want Shock. I could see that. Hey, Dr. Manhattan, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Let's stand up for a little bit here, shall we? I think Angrass Rampage ends up being worse than Fry and Noxious Grasp a lot of the time. YOLO. I'm tired of mulliganing to 5. There is a 0% chance that playing Agent of Treachery is optimal in this deck. Be rich. We didn't ask ourselves if we should. We asked ourselves if we could. Awkward. Thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to you. Nope, you have a sub gift, Vaper Leanin'. Yeah, that looks perfectly fine, Scholar. Hinterland Harbor into turn 2 elf is the perfect time for awkward to subscribe. Accurate. Accurate. To be fair, the Negate out of the sideboard did help us against Scape Shift. Yep. Well, here we are. That is an excellent top deck. Just draw like a Domri or another Raptor next turn. Get ramped up into this worm. Thought you were commenting on the board state until you said the sub. Yep. Suno Tam checking in for the 7th month. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, I was going to Domri's ambush, but Ripjaw Raptor. This hand was not very good, and these two off the top were A++. How do I donate for you to take a look? Details on how to submit a deck can be found here on my website. You can also just pop on into the subs Discord, though, Jakealicious, and post post deck lists in there asking for ideas. What an incredibly interesting and engaging game of Magic the Gathering. Is Deckmaster dead? I assume Deckmaster's working, or it just went dead. Usually people mention when it goes down. Yeah, 20 gems. Let me take a peek. The match just ended, so let's see if it pops up on my. I have Deckmaster loaded on my 4th monitor, so I can keep an eye on it when people ask. It's been working for me. It sounds good. Yeah, the preview appears to be working here. Yep. Yeah, the Cardboard Live people have been working on something similar to Deckmaster, so hopefully once they get theirs off the ground, it'll be a little bit more stable and quickly updated. Need to look into that at some point. Hey, Scholar with the big cuts. Whoop. Let's burn down some fields.
This isn't a fight you can win. No, I am not making this up as I go.
Yay! Are we having fun yet, chat? I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Probabilistically, they're playing Scape Shift. Definitely playing Scape Shift.
That's more like it.
That's more like it. If I play this, I can't play this, which seems problematic. This deck's been fine, dude. I actually think the Gruul core is very reasonable right now. You have a lot of tools for fighting the Scape Shift decks if you want to, and they just have okay matchups against other things as well. Can I beat 14 2/2s here? Probably not. Are they dead? 11, 15. Yeah, if they don't have anything, they're dead here. Actual, factual, just dead. Seems good. Seems good. Have you heard about my worm? The fact that this card can't kill Field of Dead, I think, is a really big miss. It could potentially be another really good interaction point that we just don't have. Sure. Elf on one. Elf on one. Elf on one. Elf on 1. Elf. Gosh, we're so unlucky. Hashtag never lucky. Their little grazer boy providing defense here. How reasonable is the blue pirate that steals tokens as a sideboard option? I think probably not very reasonable. I would be surprised if that effect is very good.
Rules of the Bosnovs. Let's just fight.
Yeah, especially because they have 3 mana Teferi.
Only authority that
3 mana Teferi. Another card that 3 mana Teferi makes worse. It's just like, there's so many good cards that offer like some counterplay, and 3 mana Teferi just like, nah, Brock, this isn't a format about counterplay. Alright, so like, they need a land and escape shift next turn to do stuff, and I could top deck a flame sweep anyways. So I think I'm just gonna jam a Ceratops next turn. So this is subtle, but I shocked in a breeding pool. I didn't have to shock in this turn because by shocking the breeding pool in next turn, it makes it more obvious that I have 2 negates. So by shocking it in this turn, it's like, oh, Jeff might not have 2 negates. It also allows me to play a Temple this turn and still have double negate up, which is nice. We don't want to drop this other one into play just yet. Not only do we want to hold the gates up, but I'll bet this blast zone is heading towards 4. Or not. Or not. I think the escape shift decks are very competitive. I'd be very surprised if these escape shift decks are not competitive in the long term. There were 8 copies in the top 16 of the GP this weekend. Yeah, Blood Sun, Flame Rift is another good card. There's a lot of cards you can play to interact a little bit. The problem is 3 mana Teferi is good against all of them. 3 mana Teferi is good against Blood Sun and Alpine Moon because it bounces it just before you escape shift, and he's good against instant speed sweepers because he just lets you do escape shift at your opponent's end step. And then this is the other aspect of Scape Shift that's very good. Like, I have the card Scape Shift covered this game, right? They're just going to make land drops and make 2/2s that kill me. I'm just going to die to them making land drops this game. It's almost identical play patterns to how the Valakut decks play out in Modern. Do I wait to draw a land? Do I wait to draw a land so I can play this and still hold up negate? I don't think I do. Oh, we could get Veil of Summered. Yeah, that's true. Veil's a card they could realistically be holding on to. Oh, I guess they should have tapped this. I was gonna say I could have left a blue up. I could have left a blue up there and then had negate up. I should have tapped this so that was an option though, in case they missed it, and they did. It's okay, now they're gonna cast Scape Shift and we're gonna die. We have 3 Flame Sweeps to top deck. That's true. A good player would top deck a Flame Sweep next turn. Let's find out what caliber of player we are today. We are the 96%. That's very true. Oh god, the noise is so awkward. Just like the squishy zombie coming out of the ground noise. Never lucky. Alright, sometimes lucky, but still. It is a very gross noise, you're not wrong. Certainly should have held up Negate there. It's okay, we'll win game 3. Yeah, again, I just want to be clear, and we're going to be saying this a lot for the next 2 months, I think, 3 months, is there are plenty of hate cards this format you can play to beat Scape Shift if you really want. The problem isn't beating Scape Shift. The problem is beating Scape Shift while also not losing to everything else people are playing. This format's exactly modern. Beating one thing isn't the problem. The problem is being able to beat one thing while having consistent matchups against the other 37 things. The Omni Z, coming in hot with that Prime support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Grafdigger's Cage does not stop Scape Shift. Good thought, though. I like where your head's at. So the fact that, like, we can interact with what the Scape Shift deck is doing via cards like Flame Sweep is helpful. How is Tomic worded? Does Tomic impact Scape Shift? No, Tomic doesn't do anything against Scape Shift, right? Alright, so we'd like to draw 1 pig this turn. Containment Priest does not do anything against Field of Dead. Whoa, are they missing a land? They don't have a 4th land. That's really good for us. Discoops! Thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
Oh, I wish you could see your face when I've beaten you.
Hey, it's me, your dad. Thank you for the 11 months of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Little baby creases. Oink, oink. Oh, I didn't need to shock there, huh? I forgot I was going to get a mana from that, and I had the elf too. My poor little piggy. Into the deck you go.
It ain't the first time I've been knocked about.
So this is a decent draw because it lets us pig next turn, which is awesome. Yeah, Domri Ripjaw is really solid for sure. The fact that you have both Domri and the 2-drop dino to synergize with Ripjaw makes it really powerful in this format. In this deck. Yep. So they're up to 7 lands now, which means we could see them start scape shifting soon.
They can only punish you if they catch you.
Ripjaw Raptor draws a card with Flame Sweep being cast too, which is also excellent. A lot of tiny synergies. If they scape shift, are they dead? Not if they scape shift at instant speed.
Excellent timing.
What does Grixis need to be relevant? A Grixis colored Teferi Time Reveler.
Have at it, boys.
I guess if I do this, I kill their Teferi. And again, can't kill Field of the Dead with this card. That's not an option. So it's important to take Teferi off the table here because it allows me to be able to Flame Sweep away any Scape Shift tokens they could have had. I could have killed it with Ceratops as well. Yeah, that's less mana efficient though, right? Yeah, the Scape Shift deck definitely has a power level downturn without 3 mana Teferi. Alright, sweet. We got the Flame Sweep. So if you want to answer, 3 mana Teferi just bounces Alpine Moon. Just like it bounces Blood Sun. Just like it stops counterspells. Just like it stops instant speed sweepers. So all the things that offer you counterplay, they're already playing 4 main deck 3 mana Teferis. I mean, to be fair, if I don't have the Flame Sweep here, they're dead. Honestly, it might be right to just register 4 of this card and everything while people are enthralled by Scape Shift. I think that's probably where you want to be in life, is just registering 4 of this card. And, like, they're not just dead here, right? Like, they have a Blast Zone, they have a Memorial, they have Double Field, they have a Scry. So, like, even with this Flame Sweep here, I don't have them dead immediately. Right? I don't think so. Yeah, and they just topped a card, right?
At it, boys.
Yeah, the matches have been good because I've had a chance because I put a bunch of cards in my sideboard that I was able to draw them. These games would not be close if I was not as fortunate at drawing Flame Sweep as I have been. The only reason these games have been close because I jammed 3 of those in there and we've been drawing 1 to 2 of them per postboard game. don't know if we're gonna see them draw cards with this. I'm hoping this is just cracking that. They're trying to draw another Scapeshift here, maybe. Fingers crossed they don't have 6 more differently named lands in their deck. I've got 2 more Flame Sweeps I can draw. Do 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 do. So, let's talk about red decks in this format now. I think playing 4 copies of this card is probably a must, and honestly, I think some number of Blood Sun are probably something you want to be doing too. This card, at least when Teferi bounces it, draws you another card when we cast it. So that's fine. We won a number of matches, Bob. I don't think I overcompensated for how much Scapeshift there was going to be after the weekend, and I should have put some more hate cards on the board. Scapeshift taking up half the top 8 slots at the Grand Prix. There's been a lot of it, so for the rest of the decks today, I'm going to be putting more hate cards for that matchup in the sideboard.